Alright, welcome back to LMDiesel, and today we are doing some more lighting upgrades to the red truck. Now, if you haven't seen these, I did a full video reviewing these lights. These are the Mick Tuning double row wheel lights, and they actually are pretty sweet, especially if you're going for more of an RGB theme on your vehicle. Me, on the other hand, I prefer pure white, so Mitch at Adrenaline Off-Road hooked me up with these. So these are the world's first double row wheel lights. Now let's check out what you get in the box. So I did open these up already just to kind of get a look because I was so excited, but let's open them up here and kind of see what we see. Once again, big thanks to Mitch at Adrenaline Off-Road for sending these out. We have a pretty sweet sticker which will be thrown on the back of the truck. Got some brochures, got the little instruction manual. Also have a banner, so I'll be hanging this up in the garage for sure. A little bit of paperwork, and then of course another Adrenaline Off-Road sticker. Look at this, man, he really hooked me up. We got some Adrenaline Off-Road air fresheners, and we also have an Adrenaline Off-Road keychain. So heck yeah, I'll definitely be using some of this stuff for sure. All right, so let's get a look at these wheel lights. First things first, which you'll notice, they are heavy duty. They're very strong, they're very stout, and I definitely like that, especially compared to the other McTuning ones. This is our little wiring harness connector thing here, and one of the things I love is they have these heavy duty cables, man. I mean, these are just like ridiculously tough looking and very heavy duty. I've never seen cables like this on rock lights, so I really like that. We also have our wiring harness here. Definitely appreciate how simple it is. Just hook it straight to the battery. These will go to your blinkers so you can have the switchback function, and then you will just fire them up with the little remote. So yeah, pretty simple. Honestly, I think the only thing I would change about these so far is I do kind of wish they had had a little bit more foam and stuff in the box when shipping these. What you see is kind of how they showed up. So they are very strong wheel lights, so I highly doubt that they would get damaged in shipping, but it would have been nice to have probably a little bit more foam and protective stuff in there while these wheel lights are shipping. And maybe one other thing is that it would have been nice to be able to connect these to a dedicated switch so you don't always have to need the remote to turn them on. But at this point, I'm just nitpicking. All right, let's go ahead, hook these up, test them out, and also compare them to the old wheel lights. So we got the wiring harness for these wheel lights roughly hooked up just for testing purposes, and here we go. So these are the old McTuning 12-row wheel lights. Not terrible, decently bright, RGB, all that stuff. But when you compare it to the 12-row wheel lights, dude, I mean, there is literally no comparison. Like, that is so bright compared to the old ones, dude. Like, crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna start pulling the McTuning lights off, and then we'll continue on with installing the Adrenaline Off-Road 12-row wheel lights. So as you can see, we have the wheel lights installed here on the back. You want to try to get at least 4 brackets on if you can. If not, it is okay. I did 3 up front and it seems to be pretty solid. So at least 4 brackets on if you can, and then drill 2 holes, get 2 screws per bracket. So yeah, real good and solid. So let's go ahead and get the caliper on. So we got our wheel lights installed, however we did run into a small problem. The control box that was sent out for the wheel lights unfortunately stopped working. Only 2 wheel lights work and the remote is like non-responsive. So I contacted Mitch at Adrenaline Off-Road. He was like, dude, so sorry, let me send you another control box. So that is on the way. So we'll give you an update on that here later in the video. But for now, we're gonna do some more lighting upgrades to the truck, and I'm gonna update y'all on some things. So the first lighting upgrade that I did is I added some grill lights, as you can see there. They're actually pretty cleanly run. Got it all tucked in there pretty nice, and then got the wire just running down here. So it's all pretty clean, not very noticeable. These lights are actually from FCK Light Bars. They sent these out and I figured I'd try them out. Truthfully though, they're not very bright and they're not super noticeable at night. I'll definitely get some shots of them for you later. I threw them in just to see how they do. But yeah, I mean, they're cool, but they're not super bright. So, you know, it is what it is. So the next thing we're gonna work on today is, if you remember, I have LED light strips underneath the truck. Now when Mick Tuning sent those out, they showed that they could do pure white. However, after some comparing, after kind of looking at it in photos and stuff like that, I realized that they don't do pure white. There's like a little bit of blue to it. It doesn't match perfectly with the other lights. So I'm actually gonna be taking those off, and I have 8 more of the C3 RGBW pods I'm gonna put underneath the cab. So once again, big thanks to Mick Tuning for sending these out. They actually sent out 1 set of 4 for me to put on, and then I bought another set just because they were pretty cheap. It's $100 for a set of 4, so it's not too bad. So yeah, we'll do 4 on each side, and we'll get these installed, get them paired. But of course, first we have to take off the old LED light strips. So yeah, actually what's fun is I have a lot of extra lights, and that's gonna be going on another buddy's truck. So we might end up doing a video on that. So stay tuned for that. All right, so here are the old light strips. Got them all off, nothing too crazy. They came off pretty easy. So yeah, it is now time to start installing these new C3 RGBW rock lights and complete the underglow look on this truck. I am so excited to get these on, and I'm so excited to get the wheel lights working, because this thing is gonna look like a spaceship at night. It's gonna have 20 total rock lights and 12 row wheel lights. I'm so excited. So let's go ahead, get these suckers installed, and I'll show y'all what they look like. All right, so we're underneath the truck now, and I just kind of wanted to show y'all the placement that I got. They're all placed about 30 inches apart. This is the front one, under the cab here, back here, kind of where the cab ends, as you can see, and then finally this one back here underneath the bed. They're all spaced pretty evenly apart, but let's get them hooked up, see how they actually look. So before we check out these lights, I actually got the new control box from Adrenaline Off-Road. All right, so here it is. This is what we've been waiting for. So let's go ahead, pull the old one out, and get this one in and test it out. We got it hooked up. Let's see if it works. All right, so this is kind of the hookup we're working with. Super simple, negative to negative, positive to positive. And then I have my leads going off here to the blinkers for the blinker function. And then we just have the little control box just right here. Nothing crazy, and it's just leading to all the wheel lights. So let's grab the remote. Let's see if it works. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Woo! They are all working. Look at that. Off, on, heck yeah. And then, of course, if we grab my keys, we can see the blinker function as well, and they'll turn all back on, which is pretty sick. So we have a bunch of different stuff to test out with this remote, but let's wait till nighttime and test all these lights out and see how they look. Okay, quick side note. Literally, these things are so bright, they are lighting up the fender liners in the middle of the day. Like, this is ridiculous, dude. Like, look how bright these things are in the middle of the day. All right, it's nighttime. Let's go out and check this thing out. So we got the remote. Let's see. Dude. Oh my gosh, bro. I mean, these things are so bright, they could be rock lights in and of themselves. Like, that's crazy. It's literally lighting up the whole truck, bro. The whole, almost the whole underneath of it. That's insane. That's crazy. All right, let's try some of these modes. So we have flash first. And You can actually change the speed of it as well, but that's kind of what it looks like. We also have breathing, which I like that one a lot too. That one's pretty sick. It's pretty smooth too. It's very smooth breathing, if I'm being honest. Dude, lighting up those Bilsteins right there. Heck yeah. So yeah, I like what I'm seeing. And then of course, finally we have Wig Wag, which kind of like, it just kind of like goes crazy. So yeah, those are the modes. And of course, we got to show off the switchback blinkers, which is so cool. This is one of my favorite things, dude. Just, and switches back. So I personally just love straight up regular still mode. That's probably what I'll keep it on. But hey, let's turn on the rest of the rock lights and see how this thing looks. Let's switch these suckers on. All right, so this is all 20 rock lights on, pure white, with the 12-row wheel lights on. What the heck, dude? I mean, I'm gonna throw up a clip of like what this thing used to look like, and now, I mean, this is so bright. This is craziness. Honestly, like, I'm actually kind of shocked at like how little shadows there are underneath the truck. You can see a little one kind of in the middle there. I probably could add some more lights to get rid of that, but honestly, dude, like, this looks so good. I love it. It's this thing turned out minty. This thing turned out so minty.